What's going on, guys? Welcome to Tech Savvy Buyer. So when it comes to selecting different types of gaming chairs, you guys are probably pretty overwhelmed with the amount of options you have. With all the famous brands that are pretty much being stuffed down your throat, every ad that you watch in a YouTube video or whether you see something on esports or not, and then you might venture off to Amazon and try and find a cheaper budget gaming chair there. So after collectively looking at a bunch of different gaming chairs and pretty much going through a list, I've come up with a defined number of features that would pretty much distinguish whether I want to buy a chair or not. And I actually have them listed here on this piece of paper. And it really comes down to pretty straightforward things. You would probably want to look at what kind of price you're going to be paying for that chair, how the overall build quality is, the different features that it's offered, meaning does it have a leg rest, are the hands 4D or 3D or 2D, what kind of things that you could do with those, and the quality of the cushion that's being used or the foam that's being used inside the chair. Now, in addition to that, some other things that are worth mentioning that you want to pay attention to are, let's say, the wheelbase where all of your weight is going to be supported on. So how durable are those casters and different base components that are being used, even the actual piston that's being used to support your weight, and overall, speaking of weight, how much weight capacity can they handle? And so as you guys probably already know or can see, I'm a heavier set guy and I look for chairs that can support my weight range. So usually some of the other chairs that are cheaper or smaller aren't the most comfortable for me in how they wrap around my hips and my waist and how they feel after sitting on them for long sessions, right? So the whole point of getting a gaming chair is not that it's gimmicky. It's not a more fancier office chair. If you want to get a more fancy office chair, guys, they cost upwards of $1,000 or even more in some cases with all the different things. And those are designed to, give the right kind of contour to your back and expect that you're going to be sitting there Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 or something like that. With gaming chairs, they're designed to give you a relaxed session for multiple hours on end, but not 10 hours a day or 12 hours a day. So if you are looking to do something like that, this is not even a class of chairs that you really should be looking at. But with that being said, guys, I want to show you guys the AutoFull gaming chair, which arguably is the best chair that you can get for $220, and I'm going to show you guys exactly why on those features coming up.
Today's video is brought to you by scdkey.com. At scdkey.com, you can purchase authentic software as well as video games for a fraction of the price that you would at retail. Quit spending hundreds of dollars on buying a copy of Windows 10 off Amazon or Best Buy or other places when you can simply go to scdkey.com and pick it up for a fraction of the price. For less than $16, you can get an original authentic code for Windows 10 Pro and activate your license today. Purchasing this is super simple. All you have to do is make sure you have an account and signed in on scdkey.com, and make sure you go ahead and put my code TSB18 during checkout to save extra from the retail price. Once you've done that, go ahead and submit your order and you can follow through the payment method that suits you. Again, scdkey.com, awesome website to purchase original copies of Windows 10 Pro or Home and even Office software solutions as well. Make sure you go ahead and visit scdkey.com for all your software needs.
So welcome back. Now, as I mentioned, I'm going to share why I think the AutoFull chair is actually the best gaming chair that you can pick up with your money. And part of it is definitely because of the price range. At the $220 price range, you really don't have a lot of different options of gaming chairs you can get. If you want to pick up a DX Racer or a Secret Lab or any of those fancy brand names that are out there with high quality leather and whatnot, you're looking at spending more than 2 times of what this chair is worth. In addition, you're not going to get some of or all of the features that this chair does offer. So aside from the name kind of being a little bit different or unique, let's call it AutoFull, what do you really get with this chair? And what I liked most about it is the overall build quality. So number one, when you are like me and you've been through the ringer assembling different gaming chairs, you're easily going to figure out how good one chair is compared to another chair just on build quality. And what I mean by that is just how the holes line up where the screws are supposed to go in and the bolts are supposed to go in. How many pieces does it come pre-assembled in? And with that respect, looking at the AutoFull, there's really minimal assembly required. You get a box with the arms, the backrest, the seat, the casters, and the actual piston. And honestly, the setup only took me about 10 to 15 minutes max, came with all the tools needed to get the job done, so you don't need anything else in addition to that, and everything lined up perfectly. You're not fighting with the chair as I had to do in my past with some other chairs. Most notably, one of the most horrible chairs I've ever had to build was a Gamdius chair, unfortunately. Build quality for this, like I said, is solid. So Everything is threaded correctly, getting the screws to line up like I mentioned, they go in pretty quick, they go in easily, and it's just overall a very simple build process. And that speaks highly to the fact that the chair is built with a nice level of craftsmanship. So it's not because it's a Chinese chair that you should already assume that, hey, this is going to be low quality or you're not going to be getting your bang for buck. And considering the fact that you're only spending 220 bucks on this chair, it speaks in mounds of terms of quality, guys. I can't honestly be more honest with you to say that this is honestly one of the best gaming chairs that I've actually reviewed. It is better than AC Racing in my opinion. It is better than the DX Racer in my opinion. The only one other chair that I think can compete with it is the bigger one, which I'm actually using right now, which is also an AutoFull chair. And I'll speak to more of this in a second here. So a couple of things that I really like about this gaming chair, aside from its price and its build quality, is the overall function and form that you get with it. The caster wheels are really smooth and it makes it easy to roll around even on carpeted surfaces, so you don't need to have a special plastic layering on the floor to make it so it's moving around easily for you. The reclining ability is actually decent as well. You can lay down almost fully horizontally and not worry about being imbalanced. Some of the cheaper chairs that you pull the recliner down all the way, and if you're a little bit heavier like I am, you might feel kind of unsafe that you're going to fall back. This chair doesn't let you feel that way. It's actually very, very comfortable to lay down in when you get tired or when you just want to be a lazy gamer altogether. In addition to that, the armrests offer 2 levels of configuration, so you can adjust the height of them. You can also twist them left and right to see which angle is more comfortable for you. So being solidly built, offering pretty decent configuration, being able to recline it to your level of comfort, and being able to lift the seat to the right angle that fits for you. So if your table is lower, if your table is higher, the chair does offer basic level of height adjustment. The other cool thing I like is the quality of the foam that they're using. Now, AutoFull is using a very, very high quality called their high density foam on the seat, which gives it a little bit more of a firm thing. So it's not going to be like super plushy and super soft. And besides, honestly guys, super soft and plushy stuff is not something you want to be sitting on all day. It kind of starts to wear out on you because your meat will start to sink into the actual steel frame of the chair, which doesn't really feel all that great. So you want something that's a little bit firm, and depending on how heavy you are, the firmer it is, the better it is. So for me, I like the firmness. If that's not something you're really into, you may want to consider that when purchasing this chair. They do use high density foam, which makes the back also support and feel really comfortable when you're sitting in it, and also the lumbar support pillow that's included with the chair. So aside from the lumbar support pillow that's included, you also get a head cushion, and this is made out of doll cotton. So it's not like your typical cotton. This is actually very, very soft cotton that you find in like little toy dolls and whatnot that kids play with. So just doing a little basic test when I was compressing the doll cushion and pressing it down just to see how that worked compared to the high density one, there's a noticeable difference in how much further down I could take it and make it softer and plusher, and it feels really good when it's on your neck. Speaking to that, some of the other gaming chairs that I've reviewed have a horrible way of integrating the headrest cushion into the actual chair, meaning it's usually on a spandex thing that's already kind of laid out. You got to stretch it and slide it over the back of the chair. This one's actually easy because there are 2 slots behind the chair and the backrest that also allow for breathability. You can pass those spandex cables through them and just connect it just like a normal backpack type connector. So it's pretty easy to take off when you don't want to use it, and it's pretty easy to keep on there when you are using it comfortably. So all in all guys, for 220 bucks, the chair offers impressive value, and it's just really hard to pass up on. There aren't really many chairs out there for the same price that you can get this kind of level of build quality, and build quality is really key. You might find chairs that are 220 bucks or below that may offer a little bit more features here and there, but honestly guys, it comes down to how long that chair is going to last. If those chairs are not going to last you very long, you're going to have big problems with them. Now, if you were watching this video, like I mentioned, I have the bigger chair, the one that I'm sitting on here. This chair is worth $350. Now, the special thing about this is it's obviously a larger chair, and it does come with special set features. So this is perfect for people who are bigger in size. I'm talking if you're more than 275 pounds, this is the chair that you want to buy because it hugs your body much more comfortably than the original AutoFull chair. So aside from just getting the bigger seat and the bigger backrest, you also get 4D motion in your armrest, and you also get a pull-out leg rest that's really good if you're going to be sitting on this thing for a while. You want something to be comfortable while you're relaxing on your chair, and it's really, really nicely built. The overall quality of it is nice. When you pull out on it, it just pulls super easily. There's not any kind of resistance and tension like you'll see on some other cheaper chairs that have lower use quality or lower used materials that they have in their entire product altogether. So if you're interested in any of the chairs that I talked about today, you can go ahead and pick one up through the links in the description below. And if you guys want to save an additional 10%, there's also a coupon code that you can use in the description below as well. Now, if you guys thought that AutoFull wasn't a huge brand, I want to let you guys know that they're also one of the only esports sponsored and official sponsored chairs. So any games that you see of people playing Dota, people playing Call of Duty and other stuff, chances are you're probably going to see AutoFull chairs inside there because that's what they use. They're also one of the only gaming chair companies that make pink colored gaming chairs for female gamers, or maybe even male gamers if that's what you want to use. So they actually have, I think they call it the bunny chair or something like that. It's a pink colored chair. It's actually pretty cool looking for females. Like I said, I'm not really personally a fond of a pink chair per se, as you can see the colors that I have. So again, do check them out, guys. It's a solid company, fast shipping, good prices, and excellent quality chairs. Again, the links are in the description below. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. I'll do my best to handle anything that you guys got. Thanks for staying to the end. If you guys want to watch more comments, just click up here or click down here and you guys can watch my other videos. But until then, I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.